Hallway, and welcome to Cooking with Canaan and Kevin.
Kevin.
Today we will be making ostrich fillet stew, or in Latin, instruzione. This recipe, which was recorded in Apicius' De Re Coquinaria, is a curry-like stew featuring many spices like cumin and celery seed, with dates and, among other things, of course, ostrich.
One of the ingredients in our stew is quintessentially ancient Roman, garum, or fish sauce. This Roman sauce was the culmination of months of fermenting fish in the hot sun to get a strong, frankly gross sauce. While us modern cooks are not able to get our hands on authentic Roman garum due to the long and disgusting fermenting process, we are able to get normal fish sauce, which has a rich history in Southeast Asian cuisine and can be found at every grocery store. This recipe also features some considerably exotic food, the ostrich. While considered exotic even in ancient Rome, ostrich meat today can be found and purchased without paying an exorbitant price. Ostrich would have only been served at luxurious banquets back in ancient Rome, and few were fortunate enough to have the opportunity to attend these feasts. Additionally, peppercorn would also fetch a high price. In fact, it was so expensive that both the Visigoths and the Huns demanded payment in peppercorn to stop their raids on Roman citizens.
We do also have some pretty standard ingredients found both here and in ancient Rome. These include ingredients such as oil. This
looks delicious.
Yes, this is oil from a salad dressing, but it's still delicious. And we have cooking oil back there, but this is good for show. Mint, straight from Kevin's garden. We also have crystallized mint sugar. This is sugar, Kevin. Anyways, mint. Dates, we have supplemented that with prunes because we prefer the taste. We do. And honey, which honey was greatly valued in ancient Rome, but it wasn't necessarily an exotic thing and could still be found around. We also been using raisin wine. We have another sort of cooking wine here, which, although not expensive or exclusive, is just not very popular.
We're also complementing this with a hint of grape must, which will really bring out the ostrich.
Yes, wow, bellissimo.
So here we have the cutting utensil, and we're just basically chopping this up to nice chunks, you know. It would be nice to just have two giant pieces of meat in our stew, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta do conventional standards. Still have some cutting left to do, but we're gonna start throwing this on. You didn't really spread the oil well there.
Sorry, chef.
Did not put enough oil.
Yes, chef.
You really did not put a lot of oil.
This is a lot of oil, chef. Keep cutting, chef.
So what do we have here?
We have 1/3 a cup of chopped mint leaf.
So I see we have some more filleting going on here.
That we do, chef.
And how long are we filleting these things for?
Not very long, chef, until they're just brown on the edges.
Interesting.
Interesting. Perkins smells the ostrich, unsure of what it is.
It's just like it's crazy how you can't uncook an egg. We have authentic Mediterranean prunes, and we're just getting up to a little 2 ounces, you know. Here we have homemade chicken stock, and we're just gonna be melting it and then getting the right amount. All right, so we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil.
Which is canola oil in this case.
Canola oil. I'm not sure how we're gonna pour this.
Go ahead.
That's probably
Perfect.
great. All right, here we have the prunes, which we are going to be adding into the mixture.
Yum. And our chicken stock is still defrosting.
Mint, which has been professionally cut up by Canaan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, chef.
And now we're okay. And now we're gonna add it.
Yum.
Tell me when, chef.
Yes, chef.
Tell me when.
Keep going, chef.
We're running out.
Oh, that's a problem, chef.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the cork. All right. All right. So here we're gonna be switching up wines. We're going for a Holland House red cooking wine. We're just trying to get the most flavor we can out of this ostrich. All right. Tell me when.
Yes, chef. Now, chef.
Okay, so now we're going to be pouring this lovely mixture of 2 different cooking wines as well as some grape must into the overall broth. And here we go. Power. Okay, so what do we have here?
We have honey that we are starting to fill.
And whose idea was it to not clean out the measuring cup?
It was mine because they all end up in the same place anyway. So
It could mess up the volume measurement.
Chef, let me cook, okay? Let me cook.
I'm trying.
Let him cook.
Well, wow, then.
Yeah?
Okay, so what's going on here?
We're getting half a teaspoon of pepper, which is about this much, no, maybe a little more. Doesn't seem like a lot for a stew, I'm not gonna lie.
There are other spices included, chef.
You're right, chef.
So, Mr. Spice, what's going on here?
Well, we're trying to get 2 teaspoons of cumin.
Be careful.
This is about 1. There you go.
And what would you say, like, flavor profile Roman cuisine is similar to?
It's actually similar to South Asian and Indian cuisines because of the amount of spices and the different spices they use.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right, some more spices going on here? Or what?
Yeah, this is 1/2 a teaspoon of celery seed.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so 4 cups of beef broth.
Which we aren't gonna have. Well, this is chicken stock, Kevin.
Chicken stock.
That's 2 cups.
Mishappen.
Here's about another 1/2.
I would say that's 4 total,
Well,
as the recipe commands.
sure, we'll say that.
Okay, so what's going on here?
So my bubby told me that a little secret: if you're ever short on chicken stock, use chicken broth. So we are filling about another 1/2 cup.
Great idea.
Grazie. Blood going in too. Should we?
No, all right.
Should we?
Oh, so you want to add more garum, but then you want to add more blood.
Correct.
So this is another one of Bubby's secrets. Drain the blood.
Well, blood isn't kosher, so.
Blood is not kosher.
All right. I don't know if ostrich is kosher. I'd assume so. Ooh. Benissimo.
All right, Canaan. What are we adding now?
2 teaspoons of flour to thicken the stew up a bit.
And you personally, what does flour remind you of?
Reminds me of the fields of Elysium, the place where the great Roman heroes went to die.
So now we're just gonna be adding the rest of the flour,
Which we forgot to add.
which we did add. We're just adding some more.
Yummy. Kevin, what does flour mean to you?
You know, flour to me is what we all try to be like. You know, just like a fluffy, fun powder that everybody loves.
Yes.
So now we're just mixing in the flour. It really is chunky, I won't lie. We have Mr. Whisker. Okay, so Canaan, we have a whisk here, traditionally used for eggs, but also for mixing flour into this. I get so scared. So a lot of professional chefs will keep dogs in the back of the kitchen because when a dog barks, that traditionally means that the food is good. All right, go.
This recipe is very Roman, but not for the ordinary and common people of Rome, and instead for the rich and powerful. Not only does it feature common ingredients from Rome, like garum and spices, but it wouldn't be Rome without imperialism, which is seen in the ostrich. The simpler ingredients tell us a lot about Roman cuisine by the fact that they aren't simple. They have a lot of power, they have a lot of taste. They are very impactful. This was common in Roman cuisine because often whatever the base of the food was quite frankly gross and not fresh and not good. So Romans covered up the flavor with spices, sauces, among other fresher ingredients. Often these ingredients came from other places in the Roman Empire, like the spice trade from East Africa, India, and the Middle East. Speaking of, the ostrich in this dish is similarly not native to Italy and is from North Africa and the Middle East, which were both places conquered by Rome.
The Roman Empire spanned all the way from the borders of Scotland to Portugal to Morocco, Sudan, Armenia, Iran, and everything in between. All of these places were split into different provinces. One of these provinces, simply known as Africa, was across parts of North Africa, mostly modern-day Tunisia, and likely was where Romans imported their ostrich from. Africa was originally home to Carthage, the longtime enemies of the Romans, but was captured and incorporated in 146 BCE. During the next 600 years, the Romans established other colonies along North Africa and Romanized the area through imperialist actions. By the 4th century CE, the Roman influences were heavily in decline, but the area would remain under Roman influence officially until around 700 CE. All right, go.
The Roman Empire also had provinces in the Middle East, including the province of Arabia, which contained parts of modern-day Israel, Jordan, Syria, and Egypt. It was formally annexed in 105 CE by Emperor Trajan as part of his conquest of the area and remained a pretty significant part of trade and commerce in the 2nd century. Markets were and are still a massive place to trade all sorts of goods and food in these areas. The region was conquered by Arabs in the late 5th century.
Of course, people all around the world eat meat stew, but our recipe specifically shares much in common with the stew found in Oudtshoorn, South Africa. In this city, which is located near the southernmost part of the African continent, people often eat ostrich stew. The ingredients resemble the ingredients found in the ancient Roman recipe. Unfortunately, though, for all you garum fans out there, the South African recipe does not call for fish sauce. It does also use the New World ingredient of onions, which the Romans did not have access to. Another stew that is similar would be Hungarian goulash. Goulash does not use ostrich meat, but does incorporate a plethora of spices, just as this stew does.
We recommend Malbec or Cabernet Sauvignon as a way for the experienced eater to enhance their meal. The flavors of the wine complement the stew's profile well. Freshly baked challah or a baguette bread would also go swimmingly when dipped in both.
After 4 hours of cooking,
It has been 4 hours.
we now load up that plate.
And then we'll taste our delicious ostrich fillet stew. Here are the nice pieces of ostrich and dates. Trying to get a little bit more liquid, and we'll do a taste test.
All right, blind taste test. Let's see how it is.
I actually really like the broth. It tastes a lot like cumin, but it also has some great musk that you can taste. Can't taste the fish sauce, but this is ostrich.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yum.
Tastes like beef.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kevin. Oh, wow. That is cumin-y.
Yeah.
Can't taste the fish sauce.
No.
Should I try prune?
Yeah, try the prune.
Not bad. Not good.
Try the ostrich.
I think it's supposed to be a bit softer. Kind of hard.
It's pretty soft.
Not softer as it should be.
All right.
Awesome.
Try the broth and then the ostrich.
Don't have too much broth at once, though.
That's strong.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was not expecting that. That's good.
Wow. Success?
Big victory.
Success?
Going back. It tastes like a curry.
And this concludes cooking with Canaan and Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.